नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्य देशतारिणे। उमज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितमेन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च। श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपति गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसूते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ईश्वरा परम कृष्णा सच्चिदानंद विग्रहम अनादिरादिर गोविंदा सर्व कारण कारणम। हरे कृष्ण। My Lord Sri Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished 44 slokas in the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Dhyana Yoga. So we just have three more slokas to finish this chapter. So 6th chapter has got 47 verses. But in this chapter, Krishna is teaching very, very clearly about how to control our mind. Because our mind is restless, we understand very clearly in this chapter. Chanchalam. Chanchalam means it is restless. So Krishna is saying that how we can make that mind steady, how we can keep that mind under rest. So we need to, wherever the mind goes, we should be able to watch. We should be able to monitor. And then wherever the mind wanders, we should be able to bring it back under the control of the self. Yato yato nischalati manaschanchalam astiram tatastato niyamyaitat atmanyeva vasam nayet. So from wherever the mind goes, mind wanders, mind is roaming. The senses are roaming and mind is roaming. Indriyanam ki charatam, and mind is going after the senses. And even if the mind is not going after the senses are so strong that they carry away the mind. Yatato hi api kaunteya. This word yatata. Yatata, we are now studying a lot in this 6th chapter. So yatata. So Krishna already used this word yatata in the 2nd chapter itself. In the 2nd chapter itself, Krishna told very clearly that yatato hi api kaunteya. Purusasya vipaschitaka. So a knowledgeable person, a person who has got the knowledge. So a person who is trying to control the mind, yatata. Yatata means who is endeavoring to control the mind. Yatato hi api kaunteya purusasya vipaschitaka. Even when a person is trying to control the mind, but the mind is very strong, the senses are very strong. So indriyani pramatini haranti prasabam managat. The senses are so strong and impetuous, they forcibly carry away the mind. Indriyani pramatini haranti prasabam managat. So that way, the senses are very, very strong and mind is very strong. And even if we try, even if we make attempts, even if we endeavor for perfection, still it is so difficult because the senses will carry away the mind, and mind will, and when we lose our mind, that means when we lose our senses, so then we will act stupid. So that's what is very important we understand in this Bhagavad Gita, that Krishna is repeatedly teaching us that don't let your mind to go after the senses. Don't let your mind to become your enemy. Because the only way we can make our mind as our best friend is only focusing our mind on Krishna. In this material world, there are so many ways we can get diverted. our attention, when we want to focus on Krishna, there are many, many different ways we can forget Krishna. But the only way, there is only one way to remember Krishna is only with our mind, just thinking about Krishna. But there are so many other things to think about in this material world. So Krishna and so many other things in this material world, so many other material sense objects. So if we think about all those material sense objects, we will forget Krishna. So that's why we have to be very determined. We should have that vairagya and that vyavasaya atmika. So a determined person, determination with that vairagya, with detachment. So if we are able to be like that, then only we can focus our intelligence as a single-minded. Then only one should be a single-minded person. So our intelligence should be it should be only focused on one thing. So that is Krishna. One person, that is Krishna. Vyavasaya atmika buddhiki ekeka kurunandam. So for such a person, the intelligence is only one. Vyavasaya atmika. So vyavasaya atmika buddhiki ekeka kurunandam. Bahusakagi anantasya buddhayo avyavasayanam. So vyavasayi, avyavasayi. Vyavasayi means a person who is determined. Avyavasayi means who has no determination. So where from that determination comes, where from that faith, where from that detachment from this material world and attachment to Krishna comes, for everything we need this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, and we should realize that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and we should fall in love with Krishna. When we develop that love towards Krishna, unconditional and unalloyed love towards Krishna, at that time only, with that determination only, we will be able to get a single-minded, like we can focus, our intelligence will not be branched, our intelligence will be just focused on Krishna. That's what Krishna is teaching us in this Bhagavad Gita. So if we think about material sense objects, if we are attached to material sense objects and enjoyment in this material world, material sense enjoyment, if you are attached to material sense objects and material sense enjoyment, Bhoga Aiswarya Prasaktanam. So if you are attached, then Bhoga Aiswarya Prasaktanam Taya Apagrita Chetasam Vyavasayatmika Buddhiki Samadhav Na Vidyate. So then we are not going to get that Vyavasayatmika. So Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. So that means a person who is steady, who has fully determined, and that intelligence, very faith, that so much faith upon Krishna. So that intelligence we will get only if we are not attached, only if we are not thinking about the material sense objects, Bhoga and Aiswarya. So that's what we need to understand. So that means we need to be attached to Krishna. So that's why Krishna is saying that Tasmat Asaktaga Satatam Karyam Karma Samachara. So therefore that's why you don't get attached on anything at any point of time. Tasmat Asaktaga Satatam, and you perform your duty. Tasmat Asaktaga Satatam Karyam Karma Samacharan Asaktogi Acharan Karma. Asaktogi Acharan Karma Paramapnoti Purusha. So if we are not attached, Asaktogi, if we are not attached, then we will be attain the divine person. We will be Paramapnoti Purusha. We will be able to deliver ourselves from this material well and will go to Krishna. So that's why in Bhagavad Gita repeatedly Krishna is teaching us that do everything for me. Don't get attached to anything. So just be focused on me only. So that's why Krishna is repeatedly saying that in Bhagavad Gita. So if our mind is all the time thinking about Krishna, remembering Krishna, we want to do everything for Krishna, we want to live for Krishna, we want to dedicate our lives for Krishna, life unto Krishna. So all such things, if we do it, so then all the time our mind will be focusing only on Krishna only, not on anything else. So then it doesn't have any time to think about this material sense objects. Because when we become so busy in remembering Krishna and doing everything for Krishna, in thinking about Krishna, when we become very, very busy in doing that, so then we will not have any time we will not have any time to think about material sense object. We will not have any time to think about this material wealth at all. So that is the way we will be able to forget this material wealth. So now, unfortunately, we remember only everything in this material world and we are forgetful of Krishna. So now we need to change it completely opposite. So we should forget everything else in this material world. We should remember only Krishna. So if you remember only Krishna, if you forget about everything in this material world, then we will go to Krishna. So that's what Krishna in Bhagavad Gita is teaching us on all these slokas. In the 6th chapter, in the Dhyana Yoga, we studied continuously about how to control the mind, how to control the restless mind. That's why Krishna is asking us to sit straight and don't look at any other directions and just focus and think about me, manasamyamya matchitto. So you focus your mind upon me and just control your mind. So that is the only procedure, that is the only process to control the mind. But for devotees, it's going to happen. There is no doubt. For devotees, because that's what we are studying now in the 6th chapter. If we try that process, if we are not able to continue that process, if we are not able to achieve success in that process, whatever we are doing now is very, very important. Studying Bhagavad Gita, teaching Bhagavad Gita, and doing work for Krishna, and going to job for Krishna, and studying for Krishna, and doing everything for Krishna only. So if we dedicate everything for Krishna, everything unto Krishna by doing like this with always in Krishna consciousness, then our life will become very peaceful and very blissful and very meaningful. So then ultimately Krishna will make us to remember him only, because when we are connected, when our life is dedicated, when we want to please Krishna, when we are studying Bhagavad Gita, for example, right now we are studying Bhagavad Gita. Every day we are studying Bhagavad Gita, these slokas, we are progressing, and we finished already 44 slokas in the 6th chapter, and we are making steady progress. So in this effort, if we achieve success every day, then by Krishna's causeless mercy, definitely our mind will be always revolving around Krishna only. So then we will be able to get out of this material world. So in the 6th chapter, now Krishna is teaching us that the unsuccessful yogi who is not able to fully control the mind, he will go to the place where pious souls are there. So he will go there and enjoy as if it is permanent. Then afterwards comes back to this material world and takes birth in the rich and prosperous and pious and prosperous family. Otherwise, you will take a birth in the devotees family, yogis, in the yogis family. So who have definitely have got all the knowledge about Krishna and they are already practicing Krishna consciousness. So if we get life like that in a pious family, in the prosperous family and the devotees family, and then from childhood itself we will be getting enough opportunity to serve Krishna, to remember Krishna. So the children who are born for devotees, if the parents are devotees, those children are really, really very gifted, because for them right from childhood they know about Krishna. So like that's what Krishna is teaching us, that's what is going to happen for the unsuccessful yogi who is not able to go to Krishna in this life. So we are not going to lose anything, and we'll come back, and then nabate paurva dehikam yatate cha tato bhuya. So we will get whatever devotional service, whatever progress we made in our previous life, and we'll get there. And after getting there, पूर्वाभ्यासेन तेनैव क्रियते अवसोऽपि सः जिज्ञासुरपि योगस्य शब्दब्रह्माति वर्तते. That's what we studied in this sloka yesterday, in this sloka number 44. So पूर्वाभ्यासेन तेनैव, by our previous practice, पूर्वाभ्यासेन तेनैव क्रियते अवसोऽपि सः. So we will be attracted, we will be automatically attracted to this yoga. Kriyate avasopi saga jijnasu, because we will become more inquisitive. Jijnasu rapi yogasya sabda brahma ativartate. So we will come out of all these Vedic rituals and other things. We will be focused only on Krishna with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, because we just need the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. That's it. We don't need anything else. So we don't have to study any other scriptures at all. If you know Bhagavad Gita fully, then it satisfies everything. So that's what is very, very important. So that's what Krishna is teaching us in this Bhagavad Gita. So then in the next sloka, sloka number 45, Krishna is continuing there. prayatnat yatamanastu yogi samsuddha kilbisaga aneka janma samsiddhaga tato yati param gati. So by endeavoring, by following that practice, whatever we did in our previous lives, so we will continue that practice. So prayatnat yatamanastu. Yatamanastu means by endeavoring. So prayatnat yatamanastu. So by endeavoring, by trying, by putting efforts, by putting all the efforts, prayatnat yatamanastu yogi samsuddha kilbasara. So the yogi is a person who is a devotee of Krishna, who is trying to control the mind using the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So he is what he is called as yogi. So that yogi prayatnat yatamanastu. So by following that practice, what he did earlier in the past life, so then he will continue that, and in this life also, and he will put efforts. By putting efforts, prayatnat yatamanastu yogi, to then he will be cleansed. He will be samsuddha. Suddha means purified. He will be purified from. He will be cleansed from all sins, all sinful reactions. Kilbisaga. So samsuddha kilbisaga. Yogi samsuddha kilbisaga. Aneka janma samsiddhaga. So by doing so, after many births, because this purification process, purification of this soul is not just happen. It doesn't just happen in one lifetime. It needs many births. That's why aneka janma samsiddhaga. So that's why we are on the right track. We are progressing. We are purifying ourselves. We are cleansing our soul, our heart, everything. We are coming out of all these contaminations. So with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, because Bhagavad Gita is the purifier, pavitram. So with using Bhagavad Gita, we are able to cleanse our heart and give up all attachments to this material bondage, attachment to this material world, and we are able to focus on Krishna. So aneka janma. So at the end of many births, aneka janma samsiddhaga, when we attain perfection, when we attain complete perfection, aneka janma samsiddhaga tatoyati param gatim. So at that time we will reach the supreme destination. That's what tatoyati param gatim. We will attain, we will reach the supreme destination, that is Krishna's will, that is Goloka. So that's what is going to happen to us. We are on the right track. We are making good progress, great progress, and we should continue doing that. So definitely by the causeless mercy of Krishna, we will be able to go to Krishna at some point in our lifetime. We don't know at which life, at some life. So when it comes in future, definitely we will be able to get rid of all these anarthas, all these misgivings, everything. We will be able to completely cleanse our heart with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So definitely Krishna is doing that for us, and Krishna is helping us to get there. So we just follow, we just make use of this opportunity. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, today we finished this sloka number 45 today in the 6th chapter. We just have finish two more slokas to finish the 6th chapter, Dhyana Yoga. Hare Krishna. I'll stop now. We'll discuss if any questions are there. Hare Krishna.